Hi, I'm Mahalakshmi Arjunan. I'm the editor-in-chief of Petadish, the first science newspaper in Malaysia. And with me is Mr. Razwin, the CEO of Malaysian Biotechnology Corporation. And we're going to talk about Malaysia's aspiration in becoming a bioeconomy and bioindustry player in ASEAN region and also a global player. So, Mr. Razwin, we have always seen a strong presence of Malaysia in the Bio International Convention. And what are the highlights this year? And how do you see this turning into milestones in coming years?
Okay. To answer that question, Maha, this is our 11th time BiotechCorp and Malaysia participating in Bio. So we have gone a long way together with Bio, and I believe the 11th year with Bio shows the kind of maturity that Malaysia has with regard to our involvement in the biotechnology space. Now, interesting fact about our participation this year in 2015 is that we are coming with the theme of ASEAN. So ASEAN basically is a new economic community that is going to take place this year, and it will comprise of the 10 member nations of Southeast Asian nations, namely Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, and Brunei. That's another one. So now we are talking about a community bloc or an economic bloc that's going to be the fourth largest within the next 15 years. Now, having said that, that's the position of ASEAN now to the global biotechnology space is that whether the industries out there will be now looking at ASEAN as the new capital for the bio business to happen. Now, the interesting part about ASEAN as well, Maha, is that it is strategically located in between the two economic giants. We are looking at China, we are looking at India, and this is where ASEAN can position as the next gravity for the bio business.
So besides that, what are the other potential you see in the ASEAN region? And also, what is the market size or market share that Malaysia would like to capture in ASEAN?
Okay. Now, with regard to ASEAN and the US, I mean, when we look at the data that we have at our end, we are seeing that last year, ASEAN has actually exported about close to $130 billion of goods. There's a lot of products or goods going into US. Now, from our analytics that we have done, we see that about between 10 to 11% of those export of goods going into the US are the bio-based related. Now, that to us relates to we are looking at about $13 billion of bio-based product entering the US market. That's huge. And I know with the realization of the ASEAN economic community, those numbers will be inflated furthermore. So now the question is, this is a big chunk of number of bio-based product going to the US, and the number is going to grow. Now the question is whether there is better opportunities or new windows of businesses that can be established between Malaysia, ASEAN, and the US. So that's how I look at the opportunity and the kind of prospect that we see coming from now and coming to 2020, which is where Malaysia aspires to become a developed nation by then.
Looks like it's going to be a growing region.
It is going to be good. It is going to be good.
We also hear that Malaysia or Biotechnology Corporation has now recently set up a new office in San Francisco.
Yes.
How is that going to help Malaysia in terms of expanding your business?
It's an interesting point, Maha. The point is that we became the first Asian country to actually set up a biotechnology incubator in the US. We are the 9th. So, but that's what the message that we like to share with members of the bio industry in the world is that we are serious about this business. We are serious about tapping the opportunity that the US can offer to us. Now, what I have not shared with you just now, Maha, is that we have seen an investment of about $2 billion coming from US into Malaysia. That shows how US companies have confidence in what Malaysia can offer to them. But interestingly, the Malaysians are also investing in US companies. So that trend is quite new. The last couple of years, we have seen close to about $300 million of US dollars of investment coming from Malaysia entering US through acquisition of strategic US companies, which have technologies that can fit pretty well into the ecosystem that we have. So based on these trends, I say that I can conclude that, or I can summarize that the US will continue to become an important destination of Malaysia. But likewise, US should look Malaysia as also an important destination for them to grow, not only for Malaysia itself, but as a launchpad for them to go into the vibrant ASEAN market, or even greater Asia to a certain extent.
Now that brings to my next question. Over the years, we have been seeing that Malaysia has been successful in getting US companies to invest and start operation in Malaysia. But we also see the reversing of the trend, where we're seeing that Malaysian companies are now coming into the US and investing in the US. What are your comments on this, and how do you see the trend change?
Okay, now we aspire to become a developed nation by 2020. Right. So to become a developed nation by 2020, we must migrate from the resource-based industry to a more knowledge-based industry. So if that is going to happen, then the strategy that Malaysia or the Malaysian companies are actually adopting now is to look out for technologies for them to actually go into these kind of industries. So where is this technology going to come from? So they go and shop around this technology, and apparently a lot of this technology are currently being developed by some of the companies in the US. Basically what we have seen, the trend is in the space of biomedical, and as well as the industrial biotechnology. And this is the kind of strength that we see that US companies have built over the last several years. Now, what we offer to the US company now is the resources. We do have talents, and we do have market for them to explore. So I believe putting that into perspective, you will see the kind of attractiveness that Malaysia can offer, not only to American, but as well to the other bio companies in the world.
Well, it looks like Malaysia is all set to be not only a global ASEAN player, but also a global player. So thank you for sharing the insights with BioBuzz at Bio International Convention 2015.